hears that Peter has a mother-in-law who isn't very well, and so he goes to the house with the disciples and he heals her. And so while he's there, he heals Peter's mother-in-law, and the Bible says that when it becomes dark, everybody else in the city comes to the house. Now you think about that. That didn't happen until the evening time, and everybody came to be healed of whatever diseases they had. Some had demons cast out of them. All kinds of things happened, and Jesus healed every single one of them. Well, I don't know how long that took. I don't know how many were in the city, but you can imagine that it was a very exciting time and a very long evening. Now, at the end of that, can you imagine that everybody was so excited because they thought to themselves, the one that we've been waiting for is finally here. Here's the Messiah, the one who we were told would cast out demons, heal diseases, speak with an authority that nobody else ever had. Here's the one who's going to be the king. He's going to throw the Romans out. Everybody was tremendously excited. And so I think everybody stayed at the house because they wanted to be near Jesus. But the Bible says that very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up on his own without telling anybody and went off to a solitary place. That means a place on his own somewhere, so that he could be on his own. And when the sun came up a little while later and everybody started to wake up, so the sun came up and everybody woke up and wondered where Jesus was. And there they all are milling around the house now thinking, where is he? And one person in particular was thinking, where's Jesus? This isn't the time to go missing. This is the time to make our plans about what's happening next. And so Peter went off to look for him. And he looked for him up at the top of the hill there, and he couldn't see him there. And then he came down here to see perhaps if he was down on the field somebody, and he couldn't see him there. Can he see a clue as to where Peter might look next? Suddenly he thought to himself, I know where Jesus might be. And he looked down behind the rocks, and there he found Jesus. What was Jesus doing? He was praying. And after he prayed, Peter looked at him and said to him, everyone's looking for you. It's as if to say, what are you doing? Come on, there's work to be done. And Jesus looked at Peter and said, we must go to the other towns and villages because I need to preach the word there too. How did he come to that decision? He came to that place of understanding what he really needed to do because he spent time alone with God in prayer. And that's what prayer does for us. When we're confused, when we're thinking, well, I'm not quite sure what I should be doing next, what is the priority? What is important? We need to pray to get back to that place of feeling settled and feeling grounded. Was it easy for Jesus to pray? No, of course it wasn't, because so many people were pressing on him. He had so many busy things to do, he had to make the time to go and pray. Now, prayer isn't easy. Prayer doesn't come naturally to us. And if we're not making a time to pray, prayer won't happen. Can you imagine how tired he was, having preached and having healed all the way through the night? And even before it was light, he got up again. He probably just thought to himself, I'd like to have a sleep in this morning. But he didn't, because he thought, no, I got to pray because praying will help me. And even when Peter found him, Peter's saying to him, what are you doing, wasting your time praying? That seems to be what he's saying. But Jesus says, no, I need to pray. I need to pray because if I don't, I can get a bit confused as well. Doesn't that say something? That if the Son of God needed to pray so that he knew what he should do next, shouldn't we be praying as well?